All right. Welcome to CRC, Dean.
Yeah, good to be back.
And Richie?
Can't remember crap.
Yeah, there you go. Can't remember crap.
You
That's
miss me?
unfortunate.
I'm back.
Yes, he's back. All right. This is brought to you by the Ex-New Yorker. Dean's channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification, and all that good shit.
He's got a lot of content there.
Yeah. And me as well. The Biker's Realtor, residential, commercial investment, 561-507-1454. I am here for all your real estate needs. What do you think about that?
If I ever need a realtor, I'm calling you.
I love it.
No, you're not. You're calling
I'm
John.
calling my brother. I'm kidding. That sounded good.
I don't need a house, but I'm going to buy one now to just mention.
Yeah, that's it.
Just to use you.
Yep.
There we go. All right. So let's see here. So we have a special guest. You guys are going to talk while I could try and get this guy on. As we could see him, John from Ceramic Pro in Palm Beach County. And I'm going to try and connect his audio
Okay.
That'd be nice.
while you guys talk.
Okay.
So let's talk. So,
Well, what are we
just-
going to talk?
just say
You and I?
let's.
We can't talk to John because he can't answer.
All right. Well, he'll be on
Hi,
in a minute.
John.
So let's talk about Saturday's ride.
Yeah, talk.
How we went
Oh,
to
that
a
was
nice
nice.
breakfast ride.
Nice
We had a
ride.
good time. We
Yeah.
hit 45th Street Taco Day.
Yeah.
We hung
Yeah.
out, had a cigar, checked out
Eric
the
had
bikes.
2 tacos.
Yeah.
Plus, he had
one,
breakfast
too.
in the
That's
morning.
right. He was hungry.
Holy crap.
Growing boy.
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
We
I
said we
know.
were going to do the taco run. We were going to start in Miami, go to Alligator
I
Holly, and
know.
Sunrise, and
That-
hit Stewart, and then back.
I
And
know.
we would have had 4 meals all day.
I
Would've
know.
been good.
That would have been good. That would have been good. But, we came home and there was a threat of rain. And I was with,
Jeez.
who was I with?
Paulie.
Paulie. That's right. I was with Paulie and I broke off with you guys.
Yeah, you took off.
I took off.
Well, I have a speeding
and-
ticket on my record, so I had to slow down.
And we got home with not even a sprinkle. There wasn't even by the time I got home, the bike was dry. That's how light it was.
You know why?
A
Because
mist.
you were east of the turnpike.
But I heard
Yeah.
that you all
Oh my God,
guys
man.
got home, looked like you were in a swimming pool.
Yeah, it looked like I went in my pool. I couldn't see anything. Once I got past the turnpike and I'm cruising, everybody's slowing down because you can't see.
Yeah.
And I got the visor on my helmet. That was fogging up. My glasses were fogging up. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, I hope I don't hit anybody. I can't see anybody in front of me. I hit Lions Road. It was white out. You could not see 5 feet in front of me.
Wow.
It was bad. And I'm like,
Oh my
and I should have
God.
listened to John. He said, let's pull it over and wait it out. And I was like, nah, man, we're going to go right through. I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
Should have went with me.
Well, I could have hung out at your house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We would still be there.
Could have had another cigar in the back.
Oh, man, that was bad.
All right, John, we're going to try this one more time. Say hello. All right, we don't hear you. So try to come on one more time while we're on. Okay? And I'll try and connect it. If we can't get you on,
Oh, better.
That's great.
So now I just got you on speaker, no video at all.
All right, cool.
excellent.
Okay.
Does that work better?
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to look at me anyhow. I understand.
No, but we'd like to have your logo. We just put your logo up, okay? So do you see the screen? Oh, you don't see the screen at all,
No,
do
he's
you?
not- he's not on video.
No, because I took you off video completely.
Right,
Okay,
right.
that's
Okay.
fine.
That's fine.
But we have your Ceramic Pro Palm Beach. We have you up in front of us now. So at
Okay.
least people know who we're talking to. Okay?
Great.
So continue. Now you were up to the wrappings, I think, and the ceramic.
Let's start from the beginning.
No, he was doing
We
both.
offer a lot of services. We do vinyl wrap. We do like I was mentioning, we do the paint protection film. So
Right.
most people get like the clear gloss film so that they can just protect their finish. But we do the colored versions as well. We do like the satin or matte version, so you can change your car to kind of like a matte finish, but have that protection. Once again, a lot of the ceramic coating, so that's kind of like the liquid technology that's going to be protecting your car against what we consider environmental fallout, right? So bird droppings, acid rain, grime,
Right.
grease, all that stuff.
Right.
Gives a really nice, like really slick hydrophobic type finish, really high gloss. Um, so there's a lot of services, like I said, we do even just, kind of the old school detailing, general detailing. We have some customers that have some, antiques that they just kind of want to keep waxed and just kind of maintain that way. Um, Once again, we do vinyl wraps, we do marine detailing. We're in the midst of doing a 150-foot yacht right now, like I mentioned.
Wow.
We do a lot of motorcycles. We pretty much do anything. Doesn't matter what kind of car, RVs. We've done RVs. Um, so we're very well known for high quality, no matter what we're doing, whether it's your bike, whether it's your car, whether you come in here with a Honda or, a Hummer or a Lambo. We kind of do everything. We're not one of these shops that and pardon my French here, we're not like prima donnas where I only can work on a Ferrari, right? We love the Harleys, we love the guys with the Hondas. As long as you want a high quality result, basically that's where you're guys. If you're looking for something kind of quick and easy, then we're probably not the shop for you.
All right. So I got a question
Sure.
right out of the gate. So you do colored um, wraps, okay?
Correct.
A lot of people have been doing that for a long time on their exotic cars and even regular Jeeps. I've seen Jeeps wrapped in pink. Uh,
Sure.
so, what my question is, do they make a multicolor or a graphic wrap? Whereas let's say I wanted to do my motorcycle, but I wanted graphics on it, and instead of getting it painted graphic, do they make a wrap that's already graphic, or is it all single color?
So you would have to get that custom made by an actual graphic design shop that has the paint system. So we don't actually have an actual graphics machine, right?
Okay.
So there's several ways that can be done. If you're buying just a traditional wrap, they're going to be mainly a single color, unless you're
Right.
getting some of the exotic ones that have like the kind of flip, almost chameleon color on them in them. But if you want something that is like more of a specialized or more of graphics or something, let's say with your logo on a graphic, that's something you're going to have to get by a graphic design company. They will print that out onto a vinyl wrap that then can be installed onto your bike, car, whatever you're looking to put that on.
Do you have the connections for that, or I would have to go out and search for it?
No, we have connections for it. We unfortunately don't have the equipment in house, but we do have the connections where we can get all the designing and
Okay.
stuff and printing done, and then we can install it all for you. Yes.
Yeah.
I got a question. So I
Sure.
see you guys do the film protection as well.
Correct.
Um, now, what different grades of ceramic do you do? Like I noticed on your website, you have like different packages.
Right.
So can can you elaborate on that?
Sure. Absolutely. So we really primarily use a high grade line with everything that we do. The actual product line is by the company called Ceramic Pro. They really produce a really high quality product. And if you'd like, I can kind of get into the chemistry and detail of what is high grade ceramic coating or even the paint protection film
Sure.
versus a inferior or not high grade one is. So the reason why we can do multiple packages is because of the amount of product we're putting on the car, right? We could do like a one layer application versus a multi-layer application. And that multi-layer application, even though it's the same product line, is just going to give you more durability, more longevity, a little bit more gloss. So there's about 20 products in the entire line that we use here. There's a specific product for every part of the vehicle. So what we consider like every part of the substrate. So your glass, your plastic components, your paint, wheels, we have a specific product for every part of that vehicle, bike, regardless, or even then with our marine stuff, we have specific products that we use for the marine stuff as well. Then we have about 6 products that are also designed just for paint. And they vary from a 45% to 75% silica dioxide. So silica dioxide is the ingredient, that SiO2 formula that everybody kind of knows that because it's printed all over the place. That really is what a ceramic coating is based off of, is the silica dioxide.
Okay.
When you're thinking about like a DIY or what we consider semi-professional product, most of those have less or about 25% or less than silica dioxide content in them. The ones that we use here have a 45, 65, and 75% silica dioxide. They're really, really strong products.
Wow.
These are products that really need like a skill set to be able to install these.
Wow. Okay. Now, what are your different like ranges in time that they last?
So we can do something as simple as a 1 year to a 3, 5, 7, or 10 year. That's our packages.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about ceramic or are we talking about the clear vinyl?
No,
I
the
was talking
ceramic.
about the ceramic. If you're talking about the clear PPF, the paint protection film, that product that we have is a lifetime warranty on that product.
Right, but you have a 5 year and a 3 year also, don't you?
With the paint protection film, no. It's just one that we use
Oh.
here. It's lifetime warranty. It's an instant self-healing.
Okay.
It's an 8 mil thick. It's ultra clear. So like if you had a light color car, for example, like a white or a silver, and you only wanted to protect, let's just say, the front bumper or only a portion of the car, not the whole vehicle,
Right.
you will not see a color distortion, where some of the films you might see a color distortion, some of the lesser quality films, because they have a yellow hue to them
Yes.
right out of the gate.
Yellow, right? Yeah.
Oxidized.
A lot
So
of
if
the
you
new car companies.
put it on, let's say, a pearl white car or a silver car, panel to panel, you're going to see a difference in that coloration, where ours you never will, because it's completely clear.
Yeah. Well, I heard that.
We have that lifetime warranty. We only use that one product because it's a really high grade product, and like I said, we kind of specialize in trying to do really high quality results.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's nice.
Lifetime warranty, man.
Yeah. Now, lifetime warranty. What does that entail? Motorcycle or bike? When a chip jumps on the on and takes a little piece of the vinyl out, that's all included.
So what it mainly entails from the actual manufacturer is that it's not going to get mold growing underneath there. It's not going to get yellowed, like it's not going to start to discolor. It's not going to crack on you. That's what the manufacturer warranties. So what we warranty here ourselves is our actual installation and how it works.
Okay.
Things like rock chips or scratch from somebody with a keying it or something like that. Those unfortunately can't be warranted because it's not 100% bulletproof. Nothing in this industry is going to be 100% bulletproof guaranteed.
Right.
Well,
But
that's
it mitigates
Right.
about 90% from what you would get on that bike, or your fenders or your tins on the bike, versus not having it protected at all.
yeah. No, that's good to know because right away when they say lifetime warranty, everybody thinks it's no matter what, and you explain that it's there's specific things that the lifetime warranty is for and not for the other. So
Correct.
that's good to know. It's good for the public to know and myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What colors?
protection
Mm.
products, whether it's the ceramic coating or the films, their design is to protect your vehicle, your bike, whatever we're putting it on, against the environment and against the paint itself getting damaged. So the films or sometimes the coating itself may absorb that impact or that damage, but it is not going to penetrate, or it's most likely not going to damage the surface that you're trying to protect. That's
Yeah.
kind of the whole
Yeah.
point of the back of that.
Right. That's the whole thing in a
Right.
nutshell.
Now, in your opinion, what would be better, the ceramic coating or the film?
So if you're looking from a perspective for protection standpoint, it's the film, right? We get this question a lot. A lot of customers are like, "Well, what would you do if it's your car?" Right?
Right.
So the protection standpoint, it's going to be the film because the film gives you very similar benefits that the coating does. It has the UV protection. It protects against environmental fallout and so forth. Um, and it also there's also the other added benefit of the rock chips and scratches and so forth that it's going to protect against. The thing with the film that is kind of a preference thing is you got to keep in mind it's a film, so it's thick. It's an 8 mil thick. Sometimes you may see an edge depending on how we're installing it. There are some customers that they want us to disassemble the vehicle because they want it to be as seamless as possible, right? So we wrap as many of the edges as possible.
Right.
And we have some of our customers, they have a brand new vehicle, they don't want it disassembled, but they're just trying to protect. So what we do is with that film, we can't wrap edges that are not, a panel that's not disassembled, but we can get as close to the edge as possible. So sometimes there is an edge with the film. Um, with customers that absolutely tell us, I never want to see any edges, then I recommend the ceramic coating because the ceramic coating is a liquid technology. It's going to be a really high gloss. You're never going to see an edge because there isn't any edge. It's almost like, think about like a self-leveling epoxy, right? Where once you apply it, you level it out. There is no edge. It kind of becomes like your new clear coat. The thing with the ceramic coating is it's not going to protect against a rock chip or scratch or things like that. It will do a great, give you great protection against UV and bugs and bird droppings and grime and grease. You'll be able to wash that stuff right off really easily. It's really slick, really hydrophobic, but it's not going to give you that extra protection against rocks and scratches. So that's kind of the main difference. So it's once again, it's a preference thing. What are you looking to do, and what is your end result? What are you looking to have your end result look like?
Right.
Shine, baby, shine. I want
Yeah,
that wet look.
exactly.
That's what I want on my car. I got a Mustang and the black, even though I've polished it, just doesn't. It's not popping. It's just I don't know. It's Florida too. There's always crap on it.
Yeah, you need a
And that,
ceramic coating
and
on that.
it would be the exact person I would say. Well, then I would recommend the coating. Now the film has a great shine to it. Like our film has a really high gloss. Um, the thing with the film though is if you're not, it does require a little bit more maintenance. So if you're the kind of guy that's like, look, I put this stuff on there because I just want to wash it every once in a while. I don't want to have to baby this thing. The film will probably, the gloss will die back a little faster than the coating. The coating gloss is going to last a very long time. It's going to be super easy to keep clean.
Yeah,
Right.
it's gonna be like glass.
Now, how do these things hold up in like car washes and stuff?
That's another great question. So we always recommend doing like a thin wash or a gentle wash because that's always going to give you the longest longevity on your finish and your results that you just invested in, right? So we got the vehicle in here, the bike, whatever it may be, and we did all the paint correction, we did all that, and now you have this beautiful finish. You want to be as gentle with it as possible. You bring it through the car washes. Even the new technology with the car washes today, even though they've changed a lot of the drive-through technologies, they're pretty abrasive, and they're running hundreds of cars through there, especially down here in Florida, which I was just listening to you guys talking about the bike ride, and you guys were not too far from where our shop is at all.
Right.
They're running hundreds of cars through there, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, depending on some of these facilities. So there's always going to be stuff caught in a lot of those car wash brushes and the cloths and so forth. And then plus a lot of the car washes, they use a lot of acids in their water because, especially down here in Florida, you'll get mold growing in those lines like really quickly. And the only way to prevent that is to have some kind of acidic product in there, so that way the mold is not growing in the water lines. But where is that going? That's going on the finish on your car as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So if you opted for, if you go to a car wash, opt for like a hand wash or a gentle wash, or, we actually provide a mobile service where we can come out and do the maintenance on your vehicles, on your bikes, on your whatever it is that you're
Mm.
looking to have maintained as well. So we do a mobile service where we
That's
can have
nice.
the guys come out and do that maintenance wash for you as well. Because down
Yeah.
here in South Florida, right, especially this time of the year when it's 98 degrees, 98% humidity, who wants to be washing their car out there?
Yeah.
Me.
So we have a subscriber that's on, Nate, and he's got a question.
Yeah.
He says, I have stripes on my car. Would they need to come off prior to a wrapping? So what he has is he's got the Challenger
Right.
and he's got the 392 and it's got the stripes on it,
He
you
can't
know.
take those stripes off.
Well, you could take the stripes off, but does he need to do that? And I think Nate is talking about a clear wrap. Could you
Right.
clear wrap over those stripings? Do you
So
you
we
know what I'm talking
there's,
about, right? Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? On that
Sure.
particular car. All right.
Sure.
That's the question he's asking.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of that. There's, especially a lot of these new challengers and so forth. They have the matte finish kind of vinyl decals on them and so forth.
Right.
Um, so we could do one of a couple of things. We've had some folks, they just, they don't care if that gets a little bit of a, gloss finish, because if we're putting a gloss, if it's a gloss paint with a vinyl decal stripe on there, and we're putting a gloss PPF or paint protection film, that vinyl will turn to a gloss finish, because that gloss finish of the PPF is going to basically be the new look, right? So it's still going to look a little different than your paint because it's a matte finish vinyl. So there's a couple of ways we've done that. If somebody wants to keep that vinyl matte decal look, if that's what it is, we can do the PPF in sections. We can gloss wrap the painted section that is gloss, and then we could put our matte PPF over the
Hmm.
vinyl stripe,
Okay.
and then we could just fill in there. Or if you're not, if it's gloss on gloss, in other words, if the decals are already a gloss finish, then it doesn't matter.
Right.
We can go over everything with the gloss finish, and it's not going to compromise the look. Or the other option would be, yes, to take them off and then put all the PPF down and then put the matte decals over that. Quite honestly, that's the rarest
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
most
Yeah.
people go. Had a
Yeah.
few folks do that, but it is the rarest. Most people just have us put the PPF over everything, and they're
Yeah.
satisfied that the finish is it might have changed a little bit, but they're happy with the look of it. Or if they really truly, like, we've done a few of the 911 that have that, where they have the matte vinyl decal on top of the gloss paint, and we've done it that way, where we've done it in sections. We've done the gloss and the matte together, but we have to do it.
Yeah. That sounds uh that sounds like an answer for him. That'll be up to him if he wants to do that or not. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't see a big difference from it. I mean, you're only going to a little glossier. It's still going to look matte. It's not going to look shiny like the other one is. It's just, I think it's just going to enhance the matte.
yeah, and it gives her a deeper, richer look. Like, even when we do our ceramic coatings, we've had more and more cars now are coming out with the full matte paint, satin matte paint on cars. BMW and Mercedes were pretty popular with doing these years ago, and now kind of all the automakers are offering a matte finish paint, not PPF or vinyl.
Right.
they're super susceptible to being stained because even just a little dirty water, stains those finishes. So by putting a ceramic coating over it, it does not. Well, we have a ceramic coating that's specific for that finish, and it will not make it glossy. It just kind of gives it almost like a deeper, richer, wet look to it.
Okay. So now flipping over to the motorcycles. I know these guys are dying to talk, but I'm not going to let them. Uh, flipping
all right.
over to the motorcycles. And I'm not talking about
Yeah, give someone
Hondas.
else a chance.
I'm not giving about Hondas or anything. I'm talking about Harleys, talking about road glides or street glides. I'm sure you're familiar with these bikes, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Do you ride?
I don't ride, unfortunately. Not that I have nothing. I wish I had more time to ride. I just
But you
don't.
know the bikes I'm talking
But
about.
I am very familiar with bikes.
So
Yeah.
what do you recommend? Do you recommend them taking the fairing off the front, bringing it to you, and taking the fender off the front, taking the bags off and bring them to you? But then the rear fender is a pain. So I would never take the rear fender off. You'd have to wrap that. But do you recommend that, or do you get to cover 95% of the parts I'm talking about with them on the bike?
So what we actually do is, if you're looking to do the PPF, the paint protection film,
Yeah.
we actually have the customer bring the whole bike to us. Don't take anything apart. We can do some disassembly here. I mean, I have 30 years in the auto industry. I've built bikes, I've built cars, I've done
Oh,
collision work.
okay.
We've done hot rods before. I've done paint work. So I have a lot of experience with disassembling. I mean, I have a brand new Dodge Ram in here that we completely disassembled to do a vinyl wrap on. Right now, we're in the midst of reassembling it, but we did a road glide probably a month or two ago,
Yeah.
and the same thing. He had all the bags, he had all the bearings on there. He asked me the same thing. He's like, "Should I disassemble and stuff?" I'm like, no, don't worry about it. And most of that it comes off pretty easily. And a lot of that stuff has the little swivel clips on them, and
That's
then
the
you just
bags, but the
you pop
fenders
right
and the
off. Yeah, on the
fairing
side
don't. Yeah.
bags, or even some of the fairings, they just kind of latch into the little uh, knuckles on the bottom, and you can just pop a lot of that stuff off pretty easily without having to get into a major disassemble of the bike. A lot of that stuff comes apart pretty easily. So yeah, if we're doing PPF on them and you want us to do, wrap everything as seamless as possible, we can do a lot of this disassembly here in house, and then reassemble it all.
Do you have a catalog on colors?
As far as the clear films,
Yeah.
I everything's on our website, so you
Okay.
can go onto our website.
I
And you
did.
can
I
have,
don't see. I
we,
see one or two colors, but I don't see a whole bunch of different colors like to choose from.
right. Right now, I was just going to say there's a few colors. We do have some new technology, and just kind of like I had mentioned to you guys a little earlier, I'm not the techiest person, but I have a couple of the young guys that work for me that are pretty techy. We have some new technology that's coming out to where it's almost like a platform to where you can kind of choose your make and model, and then choose the different colors you might want to, think about it. You'll see that vehicle, and with the colors on there, so you can kind of see what it would look like as well.
That's cool. Yeah. This
Okay.
way you got an idea. That's awesome.
Yeah, you get an idea of what it's going to look like exactly. That's something that we have we should be putting out here pretty soon.
Oh, cool.
I got a
Yeah.
question about maintenance.
Yeah.
Um, with the film, what kind of maintenance goes into that with the film protection?
So similar to the ceramic coatings, we recommend just nice gentle hand washes. Like I said, whether you use a mobile service, you're doing it yourself, or you go to a car wash and you opt for the hand wash, you want to try to avoid the brushes and something aggressive, because you can still scratch and damage that film if if you go out there with a Brillo pad because you had some bugs on there and try to
Yeah.
Right, right.
rub it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can penetrate that film, right? It is pretty thick, but you can still scratch the surface of it, and then it doesn't, and then it just kind of doesn't look good. So the gentler you are, the easier you are with washing, and stuff does come off it really easily. Um,
Okay, so you don't need a wax on it or anything like that.
Nope. The only thing we recommend is polymer spray. So a lot of people know like spray wax. Spray waxes are okay; they're good, but there is the newer stuff that, and I say newer, it's been out for the last 5, 6 years. They're kind of they're some people refer to them as detail sprays or finish sprays. They're actually a polymer base. So polymer being plastic, they're really slick. They they um, they really put off a lot of like high beating. So you could spray that stuff right on top of your PPFs or even your ceramic coatings and wipe it off. It's just kind of a spray on, wipe off. And it really allows that surface to just stay rejuvenated for a long time. So the way we recommend doing it is you wash your vehicle, you wash your bike. When it's wet, you can use that polymer spray it on there and dry it all at once. Or you could use it as a spot cleaner. If you had like, bugs or bird droppings or something like that. You ran into a bunch of bugs, riding down from Orlando or something like that. You can spray that stuff on there and just kind of wipe it off instead of washing the whole bike, right away or in front of your car or whatever it may be.
Okay.
Yep.
So
That would be good if like we went to Daytona
Yeah. Spray it
Yeah.
on my
and
face.
you just
too.
spray use the hose there
Yeah.
yeah,
at the
Why, yeah, it
hotel
comes
and
right
just,
off.
that's it.
yeah,
Instead of all that crap we got on the
yeah,
Exactly.
all
So
that sand and shit.
so rapping has been popular, I would say, about the last 5 years.
You're talking about the clear film wrap or like vinyl wraps or just like the paint protection films?
Just in general, any rap around a car.
Yeah, so vinyl wraps have been around for quite a while. They're become a lot more popular, um, but they've been around for quite a while. The PPF clear films, I would say, in the last 3 to 5 years, have been becoming more mainstream.
You know why I ask? Because back in the day, people were wrapping their boats for storage. Sure, you know about that, right?
Yep.
And one day somebody says, "Hey, let's put this wrap around a car and see what it looks like." That was my thought. What was yours?
Yeah, I mean, I am originally a northeasterner from Brooklyn originally, so I know
Yay!
Neighbors.
when you're preserving their boats and storing them. I
Right.
am familiar with that.
Napa
Um,
Arena.
that but yeah, they were also, like even if you think about the lettering, like so go back in the day when commercial companies were putting lettering on the sides of their cars for advertising. That's the same thing.
Right.
Vinyl materials, same
Right.
kind of thing.
Right.
It's just become more prominent in the auto industry today and bikes where somebody, like you said, had mentioned earlier, maybe they want to change the color, they want to put a little graphic
Right.
design.
Right.
And to get a paint job on a car today or a bike, if you're going for really nice quality paint, you're going to be in that 5 to 15,000, depending on where you go, maybe more on a car, right? Where versus with a vinyl wrap, you can do something like that for 3 to 6 grand, depending on what you're doing.
Right.
And if you like it in a year or two, you peel it off, and you still have your finish underneath there. Where as we know, with the paint job, you can't just peel it off.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding.
How easy it is to
Right.
do that? How easy is it to go into a reverse, or does it have to come back to you to have you do it?
We recommend it only because what happens is with the vinyl and especially with the PPF is if it's been on there 3 or 4 or 5 years, that adhesive does tack on really well. It's a glue. It's an adhesive. That's the way it's going to stick to the paint. If you try to some of these things, if you try to just pull them off in your driveway, there's a good chance you're pulling paint.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Especially like if you have components on your bike or your fenders or your bumper on your car that's plastic and paint doesn't stick to plastic then like it does to paint sticking to metal as it is anyhow. And with a lot of the new composite materials and carbon fiber painted pieces that are on cars and bikes today, the paint doesn't really want to stick to those like it does on metal anyhow. So if you put a vinyl wrap on top of that in 3 to 5 years, you're like, oh, I'm just going to peel this off myself. You're going to find a lot of areas that the adhesive is probably going to stay behind quite diligently. It's going to be pretty tough to come off. So we always recommend come back to us, let us do it correctly because we use steamers, heat guns, and then sometimes also like adhesive removers to get that off without damaging the paint. We've been pretty successful where we've removed PPF that's 15 years old on cars.
Wow.
Do you have carbon fiber PPF? Now,
Not PPF, carbon fiber.
carbon fiber, we all know what it is.
You mean a wrap?
But a wrap, yeah, I've seen.
Vinyl wrap, yes.
You do,
Vinyl
huh?
PPF, no, not yet.
No, not PPF. I'm sorry. I got those two mixed up. But if I came to you and I said, look, I want to do a wrap on the bike, I don't want to spend all that money on carbon fiber material, fenders and bags and everything. Can you carbon fiber the look? Yeah, huh?
Yeah, we can get the carbon fiber.
That's cool.
Like textured carbon fiber look vinyl
Right.
that's out there, and we have installed that before. Yeah.
Have you ever done that before? Have you ever done it before?
Yeah.
How's it look? How's it look?
It looks nice. There's a couple of different companies out there that make some really nice ones. Some make like kind of like a matte satin look, and they're okay. And there's some that make a really high gloss. So it's almost like a 3-layered material. But one of the ones that we used with the carbon fiber that was probably the sharpest looking one we've ever used. It was like a 3-layer material. So it had its base material, it had the carbon fiber
mesh.
Mesh in between, which is obviously a vinyl plastic that they.
And then
it had a kind of clear, almost PPF film on top of it. It was all built into one piece of film, but it was literally 3 layers that way.
Okay.
It was a little more of a tough installation, but I tell you what, it came out. It looked really sharp. It had a really high gloss to it. It was probably the most genuine looking to carbon fiber that and without having carbon.
Right. Can it do it in color?
I have not seen them in color yet. I've only seen them in that carbon fiber, actually gray.
Right. Right. No, they do have color now. They do.
I don't know if it's in wrap.
Epoxy matte. No.
Well, you can probably
I'm
order
just telling them.
like
they have. They have them in color.
I'm just telling in
wrap.
color. You can order a carbon fiber fender.
Yes.
In color, tank in color now because they just changed the color of the epoxy. But I thought maybe the wraps did that. You could do the wrap. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I want mine in black and orange. The Harley colors.
Do the whole thing.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
I would definitely do that. I would definitely do
I mean, if it's out there in the market, I'm sure there might be somebody that makes it. I don't know right now. What I've seen, especially with the PPF, is just kind of more the solid colors.
Yeah.
And the carbon fiber stuff, I've only seen either the black or that like gray,
gray
kind of gray, look.
Yeah.
Material. But if it's out, I mean, we can install it. It's the colors don't change the way the installation goes. It's really the film itself.
That's hot.
What quality of product is really what's going to change the installation. But yeah, we can install. We've done quite a bit of different materials. We've got a pretty good niche on how that works.
So I know we're not giving numbers out here, but what is an average like bike?
Well, what's a range?
What's a range? Yeah, what's a range? Like I know that if we were doing a color, or if you were doing matte, or if you were doing the carbon fiber, the material should be around the same prices, right?
Pretty similar. Some of your like your carbon fibers and your like I said, like your chameleon colors, those get a little pricier, but they're pretty similar. I mean, they're pretty close. If you're talking about vinyl, okay, so the biggest difference in cost is going to be is vinyl versus PPF. PPF is quite a bit pricier, almost double the price than vinyl. So if you're looking for a clear or color PPF, you're kind of close to almost double the price of material-wise.
Yeah.
It's not quite double the price of cost of installation, but if you're doing, let's just say a car size, let's just say just a sedan, normal car size vehicle, and you want to do a vinyl wrap. You could be anywhere, depending on the shops. You could be anywhere from on the very, very, very low side, 3,500
Right.
to 5,500. That's kind of
Okay.
in this area
Right.
anyhow.
That's good.
Probably
But
different parts of the country will vary.
but that's not the motorcycle.
Right, and then the motorcycles exactly. The motorcycles sometimes can be a little pricier depending on
Really?
because you have even though a lot of guys look at it and oh you only have a few tins or it's smaller. There's a lot they're a lot more intricate because the radiuses are tighter, so you have to try to wrap those like a tank or something like that, and with seamless wrap on something like that. But we have done we have done full wraps like PPF wraps on bikes for 1,800 versus a car full PPF on a car is like 6,600.
Yeah.
So there's
Wow.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
all right. Yeah. Well, I'm not holding you. I mean, I wouldn't hold the audience to that either. You know,
Still
I mean,
cheaper than paint.
they're going to go and, they're going to tell you what they want. And everything varies in different prices because I want this or I want that or a little less here, a little more there. And, you know, there's not really much of a set price for that.
But you don't have to do the whole car. You could do
No,
like the front end
I
or
don't want to
half
do the
of
car. I
it.
want to do the bike.
Or,
The hell with the car.
well, even the bike. I mean, if you wanted to put the film on, you could do it on the front fender
Yeah.
On
and
the
the
fairing.
and the
Yeah.
fairing.
Yeah. Where it gets chipped up.
Because
Yeah.
that's taking the brunt of
That's where it
everything.
gets chipped up. Yeah.
You know.
right. We actually have a trike owner that one of our customers sees. He owns a trike. He had just bought it, Harley, and he actually only wanted us to do the rear fenders and the little oil cool, the covers on the side,
Yeah.
because every time he hopped on and off the bike, he was scratching up the rear fenders.
Yeah,
His boot.
sure.
Yeah,
So
scratching.
he's like, I don't care about the tank. I'm not worried about the fairing, but with the fenders and so yeah, like you had mentioned, some folks are going to want certain things more unique than others. But if we're doing full bike with the PPF, but yeah, it's you're going to be in that probably 12 to 1,800 range depending on
Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
That's a great
But
deal, though. If you think about
that's
how many
yeah.
times you scratch your bag
Hell
getting
yeah.
on the bike with
Now
your boots.
that's a good
you know?
question, Dean, because what if there's an imperfection on the bike? I mean, the bike is a year old and got a little scratch here or a little surface scratch there, nothing big, a little here, a little there. When you cover it, will it enhance it or will it kind of, if you're using clear, if you cover it, will it enhance that little scratch or will it kind of cover it a little bit or fill it in?
It does a little bit with the clear films. We like to do a correction on the
Right.
paint now before we're doing anything because we don't just wash the bike or car or whatever we're working on. We don't want to just wash it and
Right.
throw your film. There's going to be contaminants no matter what. Like even if it's oils or it could be brake dust or it could be
Yeah.
pollens or
Right.
whatever, all kinds of
Right.
things that are in the air that can get onto the surface of the bike. And we do a pretty thorough what we call decon detail on pretty much everything that comes to our shop. So we do the bike, car, whatever gets washed, but then we do a clay barring. We do what we consider a liquid decontamination. So that's going to remove any kind of materials that may be a little bit embedded, like brake dust or materials like that or imperfections. And then we do a fine correction, even on a brand new bike or brand new cars. We get stuff that comes in here with like no miles on it. We do a slight correction, nothing that's going to be really abrasive on the finish, but it's just basically kind of giving it the best prep we can. So yeah, even if you had a bike that's a couple of years old and it's got a couple of small imperfections
Right.
or maybe small chips,
Right.
touch those up and do a correction on it prior to doing the film, and then that way you're going to get the best results with
Right.
the not
I
only
like
the
it.
aesthetics of it, but your protection, right? Because that's the whole point. You're trying to protect and preserve the finish that you're putting this over. So why would you want to put it on something that you're not trying to enhance and get the best result from already?
And that's on the clear. So when you do the carbon fiber, going bikes only, I'm talking bikes. The carbon fiber or color, do you do the same process?
We do the same process pretty much on everything that comes in because once again, we we even if we're putting a color that you're not going to see through it and we're covering things, you still don't want to cover imperfections.
Right. Yeah. All right. Good.
Like,
Yeah,
what's the
that's
point?
good.
Well, you know, it
I like
takes
hearing
a
that.
few more extra hours that we're going to spend to do the clay barring, and not only that, we're putting that that new finish, right? Whether it's the film, the clear film, whatever it is that we're installing vinyl, that's going to be your new finish. You want that to be put on top of the best surface you can create. And if we're not taking that time to properly decontaminate and properly correct that surface at whatever level it may need, then we're really not doing you justice as a customer. We're just kind of throwing something on the car and calling it a day. That's not, for us particularly, we don't like to do it that way. We like to make sure that we're standing by our work. We're going to give it the best effort and give the bike and the car, you know, the best cleanliness and protection that we can give it to at the same time.
How much time do you need?
How much what?
How much time do you need to
For,
from start to finish? For let's
if
say the
we're
bagger,
doing
the
a bike
bagger.
where we're doing the film, it's usually about a 3 to 4 day process.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Car,
lengthy.
A car is longer, right?
yeah, we're doing a full car. It's about a week and a half,
Yeah.
just
Wow.
Yeah.
depending on the size of it. If it's like a truck, like we just got a perfect example. I just got a brand new F-350 in here that he's doing the full thing with PPF. The whole entire
That's
truck is
clear
getting
wrap,
PPF.
right? PPF
Week
is the
process.
clear.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. You know what I've noticed? Everybody is the Tesla trucks, the Cyber
Yeah.
trucks. Everybody's wrapping them. So
Yep.
was that the ones that I've seen? Was that you guys wrapping them?
Of course.
We've done a bunch.
We've wrapped quite a few already. Actually, we've done a couple of ones that are kind of unique. We've done like two-tone kind of looking
Yeah,
ones
I've seen
already.
that. Yep.
And then we've done full wraps on them, and then we've done some we just ceramic coated. Some people wanted to. We've had a couple of customers that are like, I like the stainless look, but you know, it gets dirty, or as soon as I touch it, it gets a
Yeah.
fingerprint on
Yeah.
it. So we clean it up and ceramic coated, and that helps too.
Yeah.
So
I also saw one more thing. I also saw one recently that has graphics of their company on it,
Yeah,
like their name of their company.
Yeah, a lot
It's
of companies
totally
are
wrapped
wrapping
and
instead of painting it now. They're
yeah,
wrapping
they're
things.
wrapping
Yeah.
it.
they're
That's
wrapping
amazing.
it. That would be a vinyl wrap, exactly.
Yeah,
That's a good.
yeah.
so
Go
John,
ahead.
how would people get in touch with you?
So
Oh.
I mean, you can find us multiple ways. Obviously, if you're kind of old school like me, you pick up the phone and you call, right? But that's kind of a lost art these days. But we have websites, so you can find us. If you look under Ceramic Pro Palm Beach, any social media platform, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, we're on all the social media platforms. You could obviously find us on our website. You can call us right on our number, 561-388-7851. You can call us directly. You can even email us if you want to. Very few people do that. Most people will find us on Google. Like they'll go to Google and search out, you know, whether they're looking for a ceramic coating or PPF. They'll look at us up on Google and then yeah, reach out to us that way.
How about just driving to your shop? What's your address?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, thank you. I was just gonna say you're also welcome to just pop in if you want to as well. We like that. We encourage people to come and meet us. Come check out our shop. Come kind of meet our team. We have a phenomenal team. You know, as you know, I'm very well understanding that everything, you know, works with a team, right? You can't do this by yourself. So we have a phenomenal team. Our guys are very qualified. I mean, between our whole team, we probably have over 55 years of experience here. So,
Wow.
um, you know, you want to come and meet our team. You want to kind of see the work. We have a lot of customers. They kind of want to see the work in progress. What is PPF? How does this look? How does it go on? You know, we can show them cars that are being worked on as they're being worked on in the process, and then we could show them finished results of vehicles that are being waited to be delivered and picked up.
Yeah, it would
So-
be a nice video for our YouTube channel.
Sorry.
It would be a nice video of our YouTube channel that if we took a ride there and shot a little footage.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We would love
What do you
guys
think
to
of that?
come and meet us. Absolutely.
Man, that's
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely do
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna do that.
I'll
I'd like
reach
to
out
see.
to you and then
Right.
we'll drop by.
That
You
sounds
know,
great.
we didn't talk about tinted windows.
That's on the next one.
No, tinted windows is like people are doing them themselves at home now.
I can't.
Nah, not the right way though.
No, of course not.
The-
I used to use the soap and water, you know, and squeegee it out. Yeah, all right.
the tint, the tint that's out, the technology in tint has changed quite drastically
I
too, especially
know.
down here in Florida. You need a good
Good quality,
tint.
right?
Kind of the old school tint anymore. It just doesn't hold up.
Right. So we're gonna do that. So Eric will probably get in contact with you, and when it's a good time, when you're around, you know, and we'll come down there, and maybe you might even have a bike there, maybe mine. No, I mean maybe.
Never know.
Hey, that sounds great. We welcome you guys.
Yeah,
here
we
with
would do
open
that.
arms. We'd definitely be happy to have you guys come in, come check us out, and
Good.
Yeah, we'd love
Yeah,
to do
I'd
that.
love to see that. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
All right, John.
John, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on. Sorry there was a little technical difficulty in the beginning, but
That's
we
correct.
got it going.
Next time you get a better phone.
It's definitely my technology, that's for sure. That's for sure. I appreciate you guys inviting me. Thank you, and I'd love to do this again in the future for sure.
Yeah,
Very
Sounds good, John.
Yeah,
Thanks
Yeah,
for
we
coming.
will.
do
We'll
that for
have you.
sure. Maybe, John, maybe you could, as you're, doing it, like maybe walk around the shop too to show one of the products that you already completed.
Okay.
Well, we could do that too.
Well, we can do that on a
Yeah,
video.
we're
there,
going to
yeah.
do that on our podcast. We're going to, on our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
We're going to
we'll do it.
come in and do a segment on our YouTube channel for sure.
Yeah, we'll have you guys on the YouTube channel. So
This way you
That
could,
sounds great.
yeah,
I look
this way you
forward
could link it also to yours so that
Okay.
people will see that.
Well, I'll have to get some of my young guys to help me with that, but we'll get it figured out.
yeah,
for sure,
definitely.
for sure. Thank you.
All right, John.
you, bro.
Take care, and
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
speak soon. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was great.
That was terrific, man. You
great.
guys didn't let me get 2 words in.
I could have slept.
Well,
I could've took the night
could have
off.
asked a lot of questions that
could've
I
took the night
had.
off.
on
We
that,
wanted to
on
know
that
about the
note,
bike. We wanted to know
Well,
about
you
the
asked all the
car.
questions. I didn't have to ask anything. I just
Yeah,
listened.
well, you could have filled in. Oh, well, but what about this? And
you
what,
did it all.
you could do a clear coat on your carbon fiber.
To the whole bike.
I like the idea. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I know it's the poor man's way,
Nah, you know what? I've seen
but
the
I
carbon
think
fiber.
it would look so cool.
I've seen the carbon fiber
Who
film.
comes over and taps your tank? You know, who's gonna
no
do
one's
that?
gonna do
No
that.
one's gonna do that.
I think you would have the only full carbon fiber bike around.
I am definitely thinking about that.
I've
I
you know,
mean,
you would have to see. You would have to see the material.
yeah. Well, when we go
And,
there, I want
yeah,
to see.
I've
that.
seen it. I've seen it
It's
online
nice,
when I was
right?
looking for stuff on my windshield.
You saw the material
yeah,
they
it looks
had.
just
They
like
showed.
fiber. Yeah,
It looked like
yeah,
fiber,
it's nice.
huh?
Save a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. I like that.
Well, that was great.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is actually vinyl, right there. Okay,
Carbon
This-
fiber.
no carbon fiber here.
Clear.
This is going on our cars.
Oh,
on-
that's
on
right.
the window.
Yeah, Eric got us
Yeah.
a bunch
Well,
of-
you could
This is
actually
our
put
new-
this
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
yeah, put on my windshield.
All it
on
is
my bike.
vinyl. So actually, I got this on the back of my car right now,
It,
and
this
I'm
one
putting
here,
it.
I didn't.
No,
see
not
it.
this one.
On
the
the
Durango.
on the Durango.
Yeah, on the Durango.
On the 392
Yeah.
Durango.
That's what this is on.
Wow.
And this is going on my windshield on the bike.
There you go.
You're gonna put that on the whole windshield?
Yeah, I am.
Why not?
I took the other one
You
off.
don't see through the windshield anyway. You don't look at it.
Yeah, I don't. It's
Yeah,
all
you don't-
dark.
you
I
don't
don't
know
see it.
I'll consider that as long as it doesn't go into the. Mine has the clearing on top. As long as it doesn't go into the clearing, it'll go into the clearing.
Well, you could like take stuff off if you
Yeah, if you don't want
wanted
that.
Yeah, I could take the on air off.
to.
That's,
Yeah, you could
yeah.
just cut it here
yeah.
if you wanted to.
I don't know why you have that.
You know
I don't know why you have that.
why?
Yeah.
Because this is the
if-
podcast on air.
But it is a podcast. They know we're on air. You got it written down there.
Yeah, well, this is the logo.
Looks good.
That's why
I like it.
I
All
like
right.
it too.
I like it. I love
You
it.
should see it. Wait till you see it on the car.
I love it. We're gonna do T-shirts like that.
That sounds good. Order 'em.
Sounds great. So wait, what's in the news?
News
Oh,
is next
we
week,
got
man.
news.
There's no news.
No news.
No news this
is
week.
good
We'll
news.
save it for next week.
All right. Well, you guys got to check out Ceramic Pro in Palm Beach. Their website's actually phenomenal.
Yeah,
I went on their
saw it.
website.
Yeah, I saw
Nice,
it. So,
right?
You see,
I didn't see it
all
yet,
the
yeah.
different kinds of things.
Right.
yeah.
It explains everything. So, but sorry for the technical difficulties early on, but we got them on, and we got some good content there.
Yeah, very good content.
Good information.
Yeah, I couldn't get 2 words in.
Still can't get any words.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you.
I'm making up for lost time.
Yeah,
I
2
haven't
weeks
been
off.
here.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for listening. Please
Thank you.
subscribe.
Hit the notification.
Hit the notification. Give Richie a comment.
Definitely.
Please.
I'm still looking. I'm still
Please.
looking. I want to hear from you guys.
He texts
I-
us. He calls us crying
I
that
answer
no
everybody.
one's answering. Actually,
Yeah.
we're getting a lot of comments.
We are, and I've been answering.
Yeah, I
Every
know. I'm
one
just
of them. You've
teasing.
seen that.
I'm
Right.
just teasing.
And I don't just put a thank you. I answer them.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You should.
It's one of your many jobs.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Next week.
Thanks.
Later.
Later.
Later.